there. Let's go.
It's Nino Radio.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What? Say what? Let's go. Hey. Remix. Shout out everybody watching now on the repeat. I still got oil on my fingernails, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
It's Nino Radio. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shout out all watchers now and on the repeat. And shout out those that stopped watching long ago. Let's go. Christy, you there?
Hey, Nino, what's up?
Let's go. Just jamming this song.
Friday night.
Friday night. Okay. It's Friday night, 7:14. Do you know where your kids are?
Actually, no.
Damn. What up, everybody? God bless everybody watching now and on the repeat. Like I said, we are live, lit, and that's it, y'all. Broadcasting live and direct from West Texas. Christy, you are in
Florida, but actually really in Indiana right at the time.
Oh, damn. Back and forth. Let's go. Damn, you're in Indiana, sis?
Yeah, you know that my niece has MS and she has to take her injection monthly. She's only 26 and she gets really sick after she takes it, and I have to stay with her a few days until she recoups from it.
Well, we pray healing in the name of Jesus. Amen.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just doing an impromptu live. Interact with us, holler at us in the chat, and we are going to just, go through some content we've done throughout the week. We got some videos that we're gonna, shoot and throw on the channel, the YouTube channel, later. But right now, we just gonna go down memory lane, not saying of this week, and we're gonna talk about some hot topics. Christy, so let's get to what do you think is the most pressing topic in your mind right now? Go ahead.
For me, it's probably the border, everything that's going on there. I know that it's like oversaturated in the things that people are talking about right now, but I think that that's like the thing that I worry about the most. After that, the stuff that just like intrigues my mind is things like the Tupac situation, and is that a distraction, and lots of that stuff.
We'll get to that, y'all. We're gonna do a better video on that because I'm really well versed in the Tupac murder situation, y'all, because to be honest, the guy that they arrested for it, he's been talking about this for a long time. But I digress. Your favorite, Christy, Elon Musk, was on the border. Sis, hey, real quick, I'll do the sound effect for you. A lot of people, though, right, were mad at me. Not mad at me, but I don't know, something about, making content. My wife said, don't even worry about it. They do it to everybody that I follow. That they critique the most minute details. But someone said, dang, why do you follow him, Nino? He's a black cat or whatever they call him. I'm just reporting what the news. I'm not sitting here and saying, oh, this guy's awesome. I give him props though, Christy. I mean, you don't like Elon Musk, but he went to the border, sis. And I said that, hey, I commend him. At least he went to the border. Your thoughts before we talk about this? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I do agree that you're right about that. At least, like people are seeing firsthand what's really going on there. Because
I mean, Christy, hold on, to cut you off. I didn't mean to, but I am. But think about it. He's the head of Twitter/X. Him being at the border, come on, that's just that's a win-win. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it is. And, unfortunately, so many people see those photos and say that they're photoshopped and things like that. So having people see it firsthand, I think, brings a lot of awareness. But, like even whenever I've heard people say, whenever Frank was going live, that it's not an accurate description of what's really going on. There's not really that many people trying to cross. And I'm like, you're wrong. You're way wrong. There is.
Hey, shout out Mrs. Chicano Tube in the chat. God bless, sis. Asked about the transgender beating up the young girl. I seen a little clip. To be honest, stuff like that, I don't really post or repost because I already know what they're going to do to me. Shout out Italian Queens in the chat too. Hey, I'm looking at the chat now, y'all. My bad, y'all. But go ahead, Chris. I just want to acknowledge our people. We're trying to watch the chat tonight, y'all. But the transgender beating up the girl, that's a horrible clip. And we will be doing something along the lines of that. But that's crazy. But
is this a new video? Or is
Well,
it the older one?
the one that I seen is she like falls on her back and the trans is like dragging her or something. But like I
No,
said,
I haven't seen that.
I see stuff like that, and I really don't try to make content around that because I already know what they're going to do to me on these platforms. But
Yeah.
we will look into it. Thanks, Christine. God bless Christine. We got some news, y'all. I guess I'll say it right now, Christy. I was on the live. You know I can't keep a secret. I was on the live, and man, I don't even know what I should even say. Well, I'll say we don't got that many people watching anyways. But my favorite podcast, one of them, right, is Chicano Tube. Mikey messaged me. He said, check your DMs. He said, you ready to come onto the show? Ooh, I said, yes, I am. So that's in the works, y'all. Nino America and Chicano Tube, we're going to be doing a collab pretty soon. And I can't wait, sis, because I said it on my live earlier. I'll pull up his YouTube in a minute if y'all can check it out. He's probably one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to. I can hear Mike talk all day. He has an awesome setup. He's a like me. He's a man of God. He's a businessman. He's a husband. He's a father. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that people that I gravitate towards. Because I'm gonna be honest, him, sis, he was part of the. I'm gonna mute it. It's a little bit of feedback, sis. Hold on. But he was part of the prison genre, I would say. But he kind of didn't really push a lot of that stuff because, you know, that's just really kind of negative, to be honest. But what I liked about him is that he came out and rebranded his channel to being, you know, more mainstream, talking about important topics, even politics. So with him doing that, I felt that he had a deeper kind of a show, he was like a diamond with many facets, right? Is that how you say it? Like he had, there's a lot of moving parts to him. He's not just a one-dimensional person talking about prison, you know? And so his podcast is, like I said, it's one of my favorite ones. I can listen to it when I'm driving my truck. He has a great mouthpiece. He can speak very well, eloquently. He has a great presence. I think this guy is going to be a big hit down the line on YouTube. Christy, your thoughts?
I agree. I love listening to that podcast. I love listening to podcasters that aren't on just the same subject all the time. Like, you know, I have to be honest, and this might rub some of our followers the wrong way, but I am so sick of politics. I cannot even stand it. You know, it's just, I feel like that it's just an echo chamber, and that there's nothing that we right now are going to do to change anything.
Good point.
And until we can, you know, get in and at election time and do that things and get in our own communities and start making a difference, like talking about it on Instagram and YouTube and all that is not making any difference in the world. You are not going to get liberals to come and listen to your podcast if you're just going to completely talk about Trump the whole time and all that. And so I just like listening to different stuff, and I really, you know, appreciate their podcast. And the same with you, Nino. I love that we hit different subjects, you know, and aren't just into politics so much. But yeah, I really like them a lot.
Yeah, I'm pulling up hold on real quick, y'all. Comments right now, if we can acknowledge our people, y'all. I forgot. Not that I forgot, but this new setup is hold on, my bad, y'all. What am I doing here? Oh, right here. My bad. This new setup has my comments kind of weird. Anyway, so shout out everybody in the chat, y'all. Yes, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. This being completely blunt, honest, you know, the truth. I feel like I wasn't, and maybe it's the wrong way to look at it, but I feel like I wasn't appreciated much in the MAGA movement. I feel like I was blackballed, blacklisted, hated by a lot of people for, you know, me being a conservative. I told you earlier this week, y'all, and really, to be honest, y'all, I'm like done with the conservative affiliation, to be honest, y'all. I'm just a Christian, because what I've come to find out, y'all, ever since I came in the MAGA movement, like I'm too MAGA for the Christians and too Christian for the MAGA. Like it's kind of like Selena's dad told her in that movie, right? You were too Mexican for the Americans and too American for the Mexicans. It's just like when I came in the game, y'all, making content, I never tried to be a content creator. I never tried to do this. I just got thrown into the limelight by Lexit, and I made something out of this. And I shout out Trump, you know, for, you know, giving me something to talk about, something content to make for him. But it's like I've seen this movement, they stand with the wicked, our side, supposedly. It's supposed to be Christian conservatives, Lady MAGA, men and transgender, you know, there's a whole
Calhoun, Steven Crowder,
all these people that make wicked content, and people will probably be in the comments, will probably leave the chat. They hate when I say this. So I call out my own side, but I don't. And recently I lost hundreds of followers on Facebook because I said I'm not standing with Russell Brand. And people said that he could change. He changed. You know what? I've seen enough of that man's content. I think he's a plant. So I'm just saying, like, in the MAGA movement, I've seen them stand with the I'm gonna mute it, sis, a little bit of feedback, but I've seen the MAGA movement stand with a bunch of wicked people, and I would say the conservative shit. I don't know how to really word it, but I'm just like done with it already. I'm just gonna make the content I want to make. It's gonna be cultural, political, religious, whatever I want to make. I'm gonna make it because, like I said, I honestly feel like I was not appreciated. Which, who cares how I feel, right? To be honest, but that's just how I feel. Like I was unappreciated. I was blackballed. And then whenever I had a stance different than the conservative so-called, they get mad and unfollow, which they can do what they want. But I'm just saying, like, I'm at this point, I'm just done. I'm going to do what I want to do and the content I want to make. And I would hope people still follow along. But again, I just felt like the conservative movement is, I'm not going to say it's dead, but it's just something else when they stand with things that I believe are not conservative whatsoever. And I've seen it happen time and time again. And then whenever you come with a different opinion than them, we're supposed to be all about free speech. They're in there telling me they're going to unfollow. They talk crap. They cuss me out for having a different point of view. So I say that to say this, y'all. I'm just going to make the content I want. And I hope it's entertaining and it's thought provoking. But really, the conservative stuff, even the politics, y'all, I'm just like kind of done with it. Chrissy, your thoughts?
I just think it's funny, Nino, that somebody put this comment in one of your posts on Instagram about a year ago and said Nino is so far ahead of people that it's crazy because you talk about things before it
Way
becomes
ahead.
like mainstream. And I just think it's so funny that, we have been a team for going on, I guess, close to almost 4 years now, and that we were talking about how we feel about the Rainbow Crew and how we talked about how we felt about those that abuse children and do things to children and all that, about trafficking, about all those things for so long. And now that it's a huge talking point,
Right.
that people flip to that platform now they want to call out the Rainbow Crew. Now they want to call out the Transformers. Now they want to call out, the children predators and stuff like that. When we've been screaming this
For a long time. Christy, you're right.
And
we got a bunch of hate.
And people wanted to deplatform us for our thoughts back then, but now it's the same thing that they talk about like every video or whatever. And I told you a long time ago that I denounce conservatism. Like I am so much further right than conservatism that I don't even know what you call me. But I just believe that Jesus prevails, and Amen. I don't stand with anything wicked. I don't stand with anything that is not biblical. I'm a work in progress every day. And do I need to work on things? Absolutely. But you will never see me backbending or flipping or changing anything on things that really matter. And so, I mean, that's my thought about everything is
Amen.
just how they tried to blacklist you, but the things they tried to blacklist you for are the things that they stand up so strongly for now.
Yeah, good point. I forgot about that. You always say that, sis. Men are always hated when they're ahead of the curve or they're like, ahead of their time. And I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm something special. I'm just who I am, y'all. But Chrissy's right. I called out a lot of this stuff a long time ago because I heard a pastor say this at the city council meeting when we were going against the wicked pervert books. Like, kick them out the damn library. People leftists want to use a constitution at that point, right? But they didn't want to ban our books any chance they got. So I'm not playing those games. Get them books and throw them in the freaking garbage, these wicked child grooming books. But anyways, I digress. The pastor said what the last generation accepts, man, I always mess it up, sis, but what we accept in a small amount, the next generation is going to accept excessively. He said it a better way, but that's what I'm saying, y'all. We were calling this stuff out a while back, and look where we're at now.
I mean, we were
hardcore against all this. I still am hardcore against it. But now look at us, y'all. Now it's a big issue. Now people want to talk about it, and thank God. But we were warning people a long time ago about these rainbows and all this stuff happening, and they were calling me hateful, saying, and you know what they would tell me? We need them. We need these people to be in the movement with Trump. We need the voter. So what are you going to say next? That you want to get all the illegals and have them to be part of our voting base too? I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I'm just saying is that the same train of thought? Because I heard somebody say today that they think that the rainbow community was brought in to replace I forgot which voting element, but that's what they're saying now is happening with the illegals. The left is using the illegals to replace, I guess, either the rainbows or the black vote, and they want to get the illegals to basically be the new voting statistic, should I say? So go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
I want to know, I just want to know. So whenever you get any kind of government benefits, I used to have to help people sign up for like government benefits and things like that. And whenever you get your benefits, they automatically send you a voter registration card. I want to know if all these illegals, even though they don't have social security numbers, are getting these voter registration cards.
Who knows? Who knows? Back to our point at hand, y'all. Whatever. If y'all follow us, y'all, thank you from the bottom of my heart. All the day wonders. You know, it's hard making content, y'all, because I'm telling you, I'm going to say this before I move on. Forget me. But whenever you make content, you get discouraged sometimes. I don't need to make money off my content. I'm old, man. I make, the money's not a problem. I always provide for my family. Amen. But when you make content, sometimes you make a video, spend time on subjects, and they don't get no views, no support. You know what I'm saying? Then you get restricted and shadow banned. It's very discouraging. So I want to say to everybody that watches any of my stuff or checks it out, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me being a content creator because there is no monetary gain really on this side, y'all, yet. But I say that to say this, y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us. Let's go on to what we're talking about, Elon. So Elon goes to the border. Somebody made a great comment on this, Chrissy. They said this looks like a sleeper cell. This looks like these are a bunch of men that Elon goes and captures this footage, and it's crazy because he's broadcasting this on Twitter. Sis, you don't like Elon. Your thoughts before we move on to the next subject. Go ahead. The border's out of control. Go ahead.
I mean, I just can't stand him. Like it's fine and good to bring awareness to it, and if that's what he's doing, but I've always said if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. What is he doing? Yeah, I mean, it might be great for him to stream all this on X, but what are you doing, Elon, with your billions of dollars? Like, what change are you trying to make? And
but sis, I think that he is doing something. He's putting the spotlight on it, sis. I think it's bringing awareness. It might not be a monetary donation or something financially, but I do feel like it is bringing awareness. I mean, I think you would admit too that people seeing this is pretty good to see. But you're right though. Where's the actions though, right? Because anybody can post and go live.
I mean, he's just back. You just know how I feel about him. He's just backflipped on so much stuff. Like Twitter was going to be a free speech platform and all this, and people are getting banned left and right there again. And I don't know, sis. I
like Twitter. Twitter seems like really free at this moment, from what I've noticed about Twitter. I think Twitter's more lit now. Well, go ahead.
I mean, it might be. I don't know. I just still feel like that he makes these things just like he said he billions and go live in a small tiny house and going to help eradicate poverty and all of that, and he never did any of that. I don't like that he has trans children and that he talks about that that's what a man's supposed to do is spread his seed and multiply and with different women. I just and then the Neuralink, that's just a whole new thing for me. Like, you know how I feel about chips, and I don't care what you say a chip is for. I do not want a chip in my brain. He can keep it. I don't care if it would cure all my disease.
And hold on, Christy.
I agree with the thing.
Let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. I heard this a long time ago, y'all. Why would he buy Twitter? Because think about it, Twitter and all its information. Think about this, y'all. He could have huge collection of data of people from here to since Twitter started. So they're saying that it could be a diabolical move that he bought Twitter, not just to have the platform, but to utilize that data that they mined and that people have given up on the platform for nefarious reasons. I don't know, but it would kind of sounds plausible, conspiratorial maybe, but he has a bunch of data that he can use and he has it at his disposal. Your thoughts, and we're going to move on.
No, I just agree. I just, it's just like Italian Queen said, or somebody did in the chat that, he's for AI, he's for Neuralink. He's just, I just don't like the man, and I never will. There's nothing anybody can ever. You remember Juju and I like getting in massive brawls about Elon, and like
Juju.
I will never stand. Yep, I'll never stand for him. Just can't do it.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna put the number if anybody wants to call in. You're more than welcome to call in. Where's the number? I thought I had it. 432-217-0709. Where's it at? Sis, I thought I had it on here. Is it not showing?
I'll pin it in the.
Oh, there it is. It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom. Let me move it out the way. It's kind of a hard thing to see. If anybody wants to call in, here's the number, y'all. The show is open to any phone calls. The lines are open right now. I'm messing up over here, y'all. Forgive me for not being professional. But I can't wait though, y'all. We're gonna be on the show with Chicano Tube, y'all. I'm gonna show his channel in a minute, y'all. He's a great guy, and again, I'm not trying to kiss his butt. I don't know if his wife is still watching. Shout out Christine, but he's just a solid individual, and I really respect him for who he is. Like I said, nowadays it's good to see content creators or people that are actual regular human beings that ain't trying to grift and make money off of everybody, and they don't have no morals, right? So shout out to Chicano Tube. We are going to work on collaboration. It's in the works. So anyways, so let's go on for Elon, sis. We're going to keep on going. This is crazy, y'all. Mr. T. I shared this, y'all. I didn't see nobody else to share this one. But Mr. T speaks, supposedly, right? Let me see if I can line this up, y'all. He's telling you to, go get the needle. Let me see if I can.
He's going to be tapped out.
I'm trying to tell you. Let's see. How do I play this real quick? Okay. Hold on, y'all. My bad. I don't know what the heck this is doing. Oh, right here.
In my sketches, yes, I do everything in sketches. Yes, I get healthy in sketches. You heard me. Get your vaccination booster.
Oh, hold on.
He doesn't look very healthy to me there.
Hold on, sis. Rollcaster Pro. Not bad. Now it should be working. Can y'all hear everything?
Yeah.
Hold on, sis. I don't even know if my stuff's working correctly, but we'll listen to this.
I think it's 310. Okay. Yeah, no, 287.
Hey everybody, this is Mr. T. I'm about to get my COVID vaccine booster shot. I'm in my sketches. Yes, I do everything in sketches. Yes, I get healthy in sketches. You heard me. Get your vaccination booster.
Okay, we're good, y'all.
Bought and paid for.
156.
So there he is getting the shot, y'all. And I shared this, everybody. And your thoughts, sis. Go ahead.
I just think he's bought and paid for. I mean, he doesn't look healthy to me. And to sit and smile knowing that you're trying to poison someone just amazes me.
And we'll leave it at that, y'all. This was a crazy clip. He posted it on Twitter, and I came across it. I ain't see nobody else share it. I don't know what's going on with this one, y'all, but there it is. Let me get the lines, make sure my lines are good. But last time I said the lines were open, we had issues. Okay, lines are open if anybody wants to call in. I think somebody done called in. Did I not get that? Hold on. Oh, my ringer's off. Call back. Area code 415. It's probably our homie out there on the East Coast. So anyways, there's Mr. T, y'all. Crazy clip of him. I guess that's what he wants to do, ladies and gentlemen. So he can do what he wants to do. Let's see here. Anything else on Russell Brand, sis? Hold on real quick. Okay. Anything on Russell Brand, sis? Because I got a lot of blowback, y'all, on Russell Brand. I'm gonna pull up my let's go to my Instagram. So this is my IG, y'all. Check us out on Instagram. If I can pick this up. Okay, so we'll go right here. Russell Brand. I'll talk about this real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, I haven't heard nothing else about Russell Brand. I don't know if you have, Christy, but I've seen enough of the guy. A lot of people got mad at me, but thank God, someone like Juicy, someone that I respect, right? I don't know if the sister's still in here. People like her, Queen Sheba, Kim Rangel, people that have been following us for a while, y'all. They didn't get mad when I was calling out Russell Brand or saying I don't stand with him. Here's a clip of him talking about the R word. I'm not even going to say it on here. My wife even says, why don't you say the word? Because YouTube is weird. I don't want to say it, but I've seen enough about Russell Brand. I took a stand and said, you know what? Dealing with exploited women and children, I'm not going to stand with Russell Brand. I don't give a flip if people love him on our side. That's what I'm saying. That's the blowback that I got. And I thought we're all about free speech. You know what I'm saying? If you support him, go ahead. Me and Chrissy said that we were not going to support this man due to not just the allegations being pretty severe and probably possible, also from his older clips and just him in general. I don't like the guy. And we got a bunch of blowback. I lost hundreds of followers on Facebook and probably Instagram. I don't care, though, because I'm not going to sell out and basically, do for some degenerate just because he's popular. And now that I listen to this guy, or if I see any little clips of him, I'm like, what's the word? I'm like grossed out by this dude. I'm like, this dude played everybody real good. He came in here. Yeah, he's doing what we all do. Like Rob Lucetto, I think he's the one that said it. He ain't doing nothing that we ain't been doing with all these subjects. But now he's here telling people, making these videos. And I'm like, man, this dude's a straight pervert. I don't like him. I don't like listening to him. You know what I mean? And I can't get it out of my head now. Just seeing these old clips of him joking. Where I come from, let me close my screen real quick. Let me say this real clearly, y'all, because people don't understand this. Where I come from, you don't joke about kids. You don't joke about RAPE women. You don't joke about this stuff. I don't know how people sit there and think that this is funny or that, hey, he's a changed man now. No, you know what? Like I said, where I come from, we do not play like this. I've had a family member that was hard. I hope it doesn't happen to nobody out there listening. Some people that are victims, they've even said this guy's a freaking creep talking like this. That's why I don't stand with him. I don't know why people get so mad, and if they could do what they want to do, I don't care. But me, personally, I will never defend this guy. I will never listen to him. I don't give a flip what he's talking about. He ain't talking about Jesus. They say that he's a changed man. He ain't talking about religion, at least Muhammad or anything. He ain't talking about our Lord Jesus, though. I know that for sure. So I do believe in redemption. But the only redemption that I believe a man can truly get is through believing the gospel and getting born again. That's how you really are redeemed and saved. I've never heard him talk about Jesus. So again, like I said, I cannot support someone like Russell Brand. I don't play like that. Go ahead, sis. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Did you see what one of his latest videos was? Begging people for financial support?
He's playing y'all, everybody. He's playing you.
Yep.
He kind of reminds me. He reminds me of Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun. They're not really conservatives. They just found a crowd of ignorant people with good hearts and wallets, and they make content for you, and you give them your money, and you buy their songs, and you listen to them. You think they really believe what they're saying? If you do, I don't. Go ahead, sis.
Now, he said that he's asked his fans to please turn their moral support into financial support as he's feeling the pinch after being accused of RNSA against 4 women, but actually there's 8 people that have come forward so far.
Well, you know what?
He's asked his followers to please fork over the $60 annually to become paying subscribers on Rumble.
I heard this theory, right? Why they demonetize them on YouTube, and it kind of makes sense, right? They said there's either two theories, but I forgot the other one. The other one they said that I think is possible is that basically someone in YouTube has seen the proof, and that it's so bad that when it does hit the spotlight, that it can cause problems because YouTube's going to get backlash for having him make money on a case that's fixing to be in the spotlight. So basically, they're saying that they probably demonetized him due to the fact that maybe someone up there in YouTube has already seen the facts and they've already seen the proof. And that's why they said, you know what, we're going to demonetize him right now, because when this hits the fan, how are they going to look with a channel that's monetized and this guy's basically profiting, I'm not going to say off of crime, but to YouTube, they just think that it's going to be hard to defend keeping him monetized. That's what I heard is a theory. And I said, that kind of makes sense. And that someone's seen something. They already seen it. The people in the know already know. And they're like, man, they want to get ahead of it. That's why they demonetize him. Chrissy, you think that's kind of a reasonable, good reason why they demonetize him? Go ahead.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I think that is one of the type of people that we stand completely against. Anybody that grifts, anybody that begs. I think that, that he has shown his true colors, just like a bunch of people that say that they're conservatives, um, beg people, for super chats or for donations or whatever, but then will go skip and hold hands with their friend down the street that we don't agree with. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I think he's just another grifter. And to beg people for money,
Horrible.
knowing that he's worth $19 million. Come on, don't hit the average people in their pocket. For $60.
We stand up for our people. Hey, shout out Portugal One. I was just live with him, y'all. We're going to be working on something too. He's a podcaster from California. Shout out Portugal One. Y'all can check him out, y'all. A great guy with this guy, Portugal One. I'm gonna say it right now. He is deep with his thinking. He's not he's not a softy, but he's kind of soft. Like, you know what I'm saying? I say that in a good way. He's a masculine man. He's in California, in Northern Cali, and I was on his live earlier. Y'all check him out, Portugal One podcast, y'all. We're gonna get on together and do some things in the future, hopefully. And y'all check him out, everybody. I think this guy has something to bring to the table as far as, having a different train of view. He's not a Trumper, right? Let's be honest. Not everybody's a Trumper, but he is someone that has a deep way of thinking, and I like the way he makes his content and the way he speaks and the way he conducts himself with his social media. So check him out, Portugal One. God bless, bro. Thanks for having me on your live earlier. Check this out, though, Christy, real quick. What Kim says. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Don't just get mad at us. Just listen and do your own research. Hold on. So Kim says this, and it's a big comment. So I'm gonna go to the comments real quick, y'all. But look, this is what I'm saying. She said, "You actually opened my eyes," and that's Portugal's channel. That's him, the Portugal Live podcast. Y'all check him out. But Kim says, "You actually opened my eyes on Russell Brand. If he did do those things, he should be held accountable. Just because he's a conservative now means nothing." I agree, but people have corrected me. He's not a conservative. He's basically a flaming liberal, right? And he probably ain't even gonna vote for our guy. Really, I don't even know if he know he's a legal citizen in America. I don't know how it works. He wears mascara. He wears his wife's blouse, I heard on his videos. This guy is really not a conservative. But for some reason, conservatives, like I said earlier, they grasp on to anybody with no moral fiber. No, you know what I'm saying? They'll grab on to anybody in hopes, I guess, to win. I don't know. I don't know what they like about him. But like I said, he really is not a conservative. He's probably a flaming liberal, and he probably wouldn't even vote for our side. He's probably just, like I said, making content for the conservatives. But that's what I'm saying. People like Kim, I respect people like Kim and Juicy. Who else, sis? Our day oneers, Queen Chiba. I respect people like our day oneers. I hope I never offend them. Everybody else that comes and goes and gets mad and unfollows, whatever. But I told Christian the other day, I said, these are our ones that have supported us financially. They bought merch. I mean, they watch our videos. And I'm glad that they never get mad. They actually just listen to what we say and they make their own decision. That's what I said on the video, sis. Do your own research. Look at the clips that we've showed and the evidence that we've brought to the table. And then decide if you want to defend someone like Russell Brand, a straight up pervert. Go ahead, sis.
No, I completely agree. And it's, we've talked about this on previous lives but I've said this to some people because actually you said it to me, which made me think. And then I've said it to other people, which have made them think, we have to watch out what's good for our children and things like that.
Yep.
And, we call ourselves, or we call ourselves conservatives. And, then for us to try to laugh at the things that you see Adam Calhoun, Steven Crowder, all these people doing, dressing in dresses and acting like they're getting pregnant by other men and all of these things. We're supposed to laugh at that. And we're supposed to laugh at Medea, and we're supposed to laugh at all those things, but then tell our children not to be indoctrinated in schools.
Good point.
By the pronoun people. And
our side's doing it.
That's what I'm saying. It's this double-sided narrative that these people are putting out, and I absolutely won't stand for it. So, but here's the thing: people have the right to their own opinion, and
yes.
I'm not going to take that away from them. but you have to be smart enough to do critical thinking, and you have to be smart enough to like look at what they're trying to portray. And that's my whole thing is, you know, what messages it's trying to send. And I don't believe that these people are sending the message that I ever want my child to hear.
Exactly. The children. Think about your children. This video right here, y'all, it only got 190 views. I think the Russell Brand stuff gets kind of throttled, but this is the one that Juicy J commented on. Juicy is it Juicy G? But Juicy, anyways, she commented on this one. And this video that I can't really highlight it, but it's a third video right here. You see it with Russell Brand's face. This is a video from 60 Minutes, and it actually has a testimony of a woman, I believe she's not lying, saying that years ago, Russell Brand was trying to R her. He said he was going to do it. And then not just did this happen, but he didn't get to do it, but he basically went on the radio show, right, Christy? And he bragged about it. They have the recording of him laughing and joking about it. And this woman couldn't believe that they actually left it in the interview that he was laughing and joking about almost raping this woman. And Juicy said, damn, there's the evidence. I mean, what more do y'all want to see? And I don't care if it was 10 years ago. I don't even care, to be honest, y'all. I think it's like Christy says, it's like SPM. A child predator, someone sick in the head like this, a rapist, they're going to have a high recidivism rate, right, Christy? They're going to reoffend eventually. Something in their mind is thrown off. They are a predator. Christy, can you touch on that? Because this video, he says it right there. And this girl said that she didn't want to say nothing about it because she didn't want to be like awkward or she felt like he had too much power. He was in a big position at that time and she kind of let it slide, but she was very pissed off that the radio station left it in there as a joke, but it wasn't a joke.
These people cannot be rehabilitated. There is just no possible way. Psychologists have done study after study. Now, with that being said, the percentage is very low. Can some people be rehabilitated? Like when I talk about a low percentage, I think it was like between 2 to 3% of the population that offends against women, children, things like that. But the recidivism rate is through the roof. And the reason that you see such a high recidivism rate is because they usually have a narcissistic personality. They usually have a serious conscience. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a serious conscience. They, usually have some kind of antisocial personality disorder, and they think that they are just above everybody else, including the law. And, you see your recidivism rate pretty low in, after they get arrested and locked up, pretty low whenever they first get out because they don't want to go back to jail.
Oh, they're on parole or they're on yeah.
Exactly. They're on parole. There are those things. So they're being monitored. It's after that monitoring ends, even if they have to register as a sexual offender, they usually will reoffend. And you can do the research for yourself on recidivism rates against those people that hurt children and animals and women and domestic violence and all of that. The recidivism rate is just through the roof. I mean, what it goes from like year 1 to 3.
It's low, right?
Yeah, low.
But
they're being monitored, they're being watched. They have all that. But you get into the 5 to 10 year mark and look at what the recidivism rate is. It is through the damn roof.
Hold on. Guys, I don't know if you're catching this. I'm going to put it in layman's terms because when Christy found this out, when we did research on SPM, that wicked pervert chomo, that's what we found out. That basically their chances of them reoffending is kind of low from the first 5 years because they're usually on parole or something. But as time goes on, the rate of them reoffending, it's high.
Yep.
So you could sit here and defend Russell Brand. I'm going to sit here on the side of the accuser, because how would I look running the advocate page, right? Nonprofit, we got to get out there with our boots on and go kick doors, and we're looking for women and children. We're trying to help the exploited. We interview these mothers if their babies have been whatever, and we're crying on the live. The women are crying. How is it going to look for me? Think about this. It ain't even how I look, but that's why I can't support Russell Brand because the person I am. But how's it going to look for me to defend someone like Russell Brand and to go against the accusers whenever I got people on my show and podcast and we're out there helping in public in real life, crying, having predators, make them pray. I mean, I don't even know how to say it without saying the R word here because of YouTube, but I'm just saying, how does it look for someone like me that's an advocate for victims of rape and sexual assault? How does that look for me to support someone like Russell Brand? Think about that.
You know,
And
it's
hold on,
not
sis.
even,
Hold on, y'all. And I know there's allegations, but we believe the people that come on our show and give allegations. But not just that, though. We showed you proof of the videos of Russell Brand. We showed you many videos of this guy joking about this stuff, admitting to it. And like I said, again, where I come from, we don't play like that. Go ahead, sis.
it's exactly what you just said. Even it is in this country, innocent until proven guilty. But here's my thing. It's just like I talked about what you want your children to see, what you want your children to be around. This man has said out loud what he thinks about women. He also was the age of his last that accuser said that he was 31 years old with a 16-year-old. Would if you want your 16-year-old around that and you hear the degrading things that he calls women, then you stand by him. I don't care if he actually did those things or not. He is a pervert. 16 and 31-year-olds do not go together, period.
And sis, that now we're gonna get off Russell Brand, y'all, because we've been at it all week with this. I lost a lot of followers. Who cares? But it's just is what it is. But guys, that's another thing that the right tried to do. They sat here and said, Nino, in his country, it's legal. My grandma, my grandpa, all this stuff. Guys, what I'm saying is this. We don't live in biblical old times. This ain't your grandma and grandpa. We're in 2023, 2020 when he basically did this. But a 30-year-old man with a 16-year-old girl, consensual or not, in my opinion, is wrong. And people were through the roof defending these actions. I shared this, y'all. Back in the day, someone said, this ain't real. This is real. Trump was calling out Russell Brand a long time ago. Trump right again. And there's Russell Brand, the little lefty, talking crap to Trump, y'all, on this. They had a back and forth on Twitter. So there's the proof on there. And we'll continue. Final words, Chrissy, because I'm going to get off this pervert already.
I don't even talk about him anymore. I'm done
Okay.
with him. Like, I hope he gets what he deserves. And if he,
I hope he goes to prison. I hope he meets Big Bubba, and I hope that he tells him that little joke about the R word in prison. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
Screw him.
If he is found innocent, then please just keep him away from young children.
Straight up. Even if he's found innocent, I ain't apologizing to nobody. I don't like the guy, and I think he's a creep. Anyway, so let's go. Let's continue on. This is what else happened here. Here's a video. I don't even want to play that. I'm gonna get in trouble. Candace nails it. She had a great, She had a great, I'll go ahead and play this real quick. Check it out.
Within 24 hours, went to a rape crisis center. So yes, these allegations are credible.
Let me get back here, y'all. My bad. Where am I at? I'm messing up. I'm trying to. I can't go forward, sis. Let me see here. Here it is.
She just says
and Russell Brand proceeded to do whatever he wanted to do with a glazed look in his eye. She then, as we learned, within 24 hours, went to a rape crisis center. So yes, these allegations are credible. And I just want to make that statement that despite the fact that we may all love who Russell Brand is today, and I do love who Russell Brand is today, when Russell Brand was a commie leftist and the media applauded him and put him everywhere, that he was a drug addict. He was a sex addict. He was in his addictions and he was being celebrated by the same media that is now trying to take him down. And that is the portion that is suspicious.
See, and I'll go far and say this. Everybody's saying, ain't it suspicious timing? You know what I said? Listen up, Christian. I said, no. I said, God's timing is perfect. Maybe instead of saying that it's suspicious timing for Russell Brand, how about you sit there and say, you reap what you sow? Maybe it was time for this man to be exposed. And I'll say this, God's timing is always perfect. Sin will find you out, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe it was meant to be. Maybe God had a good plan, and maybe it was time for this guy to be exposed. So let's move on, y'all. I want to get out of here. So, and then somebody said, I had a bunch of hate, y'all. Somebody said, you sure disappoint me. Are you really a Democrat? I told this person, I'm a Christian. Man will fail you. Christ never will. Whatever. Say what you want. Call me every name in the book. But one thing they were not calling me when I was calling out Russell Brand, they didn't call me a sellout. Because a sellout, in my opinion, is all these, the quartering, liberal hive mind, all these big pages on YouTube. They want to sit here and defend Russell Brand. That's a sellout because they're not going to sit here and tell you, they're going to say, oh, he was in the past, he was a leftist. No, I'm going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm not going to defend a pervert. A rapist.
And that's the same.
A sellout is someone like them that's going to sit there and say, oh, well, whatever. No, I'm going to call it how I see it. It's my opinion. You ain't got to like it. So go ahead.
It's the same thing that we called about earlier, the grifters, the big pages that are supporting him. Whenever he's found guilty, they will straight go to, that you shouldn't have ever listened to him. You shouldn't have supported him.
Christy, if he gets found guilty, they're going to sit there and they're going to say it's a conspiracy. That it's a big conspiracy to take him off of YouTube, whatever. I don't stand with him, and I don't care what anybody says. Case in point here, I made this statement. The Rock. I don't know if you've seen the video clip, y'all, and I said it right here that all it took for me to lose respect for The Rock, because, again, we don't play like that, is this SNL skit he did about being a child predator, about being a chomo. He did this clip on SNL, y'all, and it was horrible. And I said, how can a grown man make a video like that and think it's funny? So I don't play these games, y'all. So let's move on from Russell Brown. I don't talk about this guy no more. So Pablo Rigo, let's continue right here. This was pretty interesting, sis. I posted this, America's Future. Someone shared this, and I posted it on Facebook. But sis, it's just the spelling. The spelling is horrible. People were saddened. This is from an 8th grader, and if you read it, horrible spelling. Your thoughts, sis, before we move on.
I just think that, some people say it was a joke and all of that, but the thing is they are dumbing down America. They care more about the propaganda and the narrative that they want to teach than really teach it. They don't even teach kids to write in cursive anymore. Kids are graduating not knowing how to sign their name.
And you know what I heard? That they don't want nobody to show them how. They don't want to show nobody how to write cursive because isn't our Constitution written in cursive? Think about that.
Oh, good point. And they also don't teach kids to read a clock anymore, a regular clock anymore, because they think that everything is digital. How you say that word? Digitalized or whatever now, and that they don't need to know how to use a regular clock. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'll make sure that my kids know how to read a clock.
Absolutely.
But anyways, this took the internet by the storm, ladies and gentlemen. This is Thug Nasty Bryce holding up the King James Bible. Man, he spoke about the Maui fires. He said that it was a conspiracy. He held up the Bible after his win. He preached Jesus after his win on the MMA, whatever. And the one hate people were saying that this Bible is the one in the hotel room that he pulled out the drawer. I said, that's good. If that's true, right, that it's not his personal Bible, but that shows you that the Gideons, right, they put these Bibles in all the hotels across America. Thank God they do that. How many people have probably opened up that drawer on a drug binge, finna kill themselves, and they start reading the Bible? Who knows who that Bible has saved, right? But if that was a Gideon Bible from his hotel, I commend him for taking it. I commend him and the Gideon organization for putting the Bibles in the hotel. So that's the one thing they were saying, that this guy, put it back in the hotel room, whatever. I'm glad he did this. This was a great clip right here, a great posting. And I was so happy. I said, Christians for the win. Let's go.
Yep. Same thing about that street preacher calling out Kirk Franklin.
Oh, that video did good.
That's what he wanted Kirk Franklin to do, is what this man did right here.
Yes. Hey, Ulysses. Hey, that's a supporter right there. Says it was about a child M robot with a rock.
So AI, that's what they're going to do now, is use it.
No, but you know what I'm saying, though? He's talking about the Rock. That's what I had seen from the Rock. Him making a child predator robot. He was like a scientist. And again, like I said, when I seen him do that, guys, there's a little bit of truth in every joke. If someone can play around and act like they are a child predator, what does that tell you about their credibility? What kind of person they are? Again, where I come from, we don't play those games. Let's continue, y'all.
Nino, you might know that I make jokes all the time, and there has never been a joke that I think that I would ever formulate in my mind, or a comedy skit or anything that has to do with hurting children, women, dogs, animals, any person. Like, I think that that's just disgusting.
Yeah, let's continue. So this is pretty interesting, y'all. I shared this. Tariq Nasheed, straight player hater, right? Trump hater. Well, I always thought he was a Trumper, to be honest. But he said that Trump is starting to grow on me because Trump says that he will carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. So basically, I shared this tweet that Tariq shared, and a bunch of his followers agreed. They like Trump. Go ahead, sis.
I think a lot of people are starting to like Trump. I just don't know if it's too late, like, because I think they're going to hit him with every legal thing that they can. And I don't know. I just think that's going to be really tough for Trump to be reelected. I hope he is. But I have my own, I don't know if it's too late for all these people that have changed their mind. But I hate that it took what we had to go through for these people to see that the things we warned them about came true.
Amen. I like what Cynthia said. So there had to be someone that wrote the skit and thought it was funny, a producer who signed off on it, and The Rock had to agree to it. That's scary. I agree. Also, Renee says it doesn't matter who the Bible belongs to, and the motels don't have Bibles in them anymore. They've been removed a while ago. That's sad to hear, but I agree. No matter who the Bible belongs to, it's good that it was held up. Okay, so let's continue real quick, y'all. We're finna get out of here.
I really like Cynthia's comment that you just pinned.
Yeah,
that you just read. Yep.
This right here.
Nino and I've talked about it. I'm his producer.
Yeah,
and
think about that.
Thank God that we are of the same like moral fiber, because we've talked about things that are just no-goes for us, and I couldn't imagine ever presenting anything like that to Nino.
Yeah, to think about it, that means it's like the Bible says. If you agree with somebody, you're basically holding hands with them. You're basically in agreement with someone. Go ahead.
Accepting their sin, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot exactly how it goes, but it's like Trump, y'all. Someone tried to call me out, said that we ain't talking about Trump and the abortion. We talked about it the other night, but Trump's stance on abortion, they're saying it's softened up. He's trying to get more voters. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all. If Trump goes soft on abortion or downplays it or whatever, we're gonna call him out too. That's one of the things I said about Trump, y'all. If he comes out for abortion or for these wicked lifestyles, we are not gonna sit here and just support him blindly, y'all. And we are Trumpers through and through, C-45s. But at the same time, Chrissy told me the other day, Nino, if I have to, my morals are going to come first. And the abortion, speak on it real quick, sis. Your stance on the abortion and Trump's take on it.
So I watched the video. The video's legit. He did say that if he's elected as president, he wants to sit down with both sides and come up with a number that will satisfy both sides of the week of the last week you can terminate that pregnancy. And I just told Nino, like, I love Trump. I want him to win, but it is like abortion is a no-go for me. With the rainbow community, I don't know what people expect him to do with that. I mean, he can't take them out. He can't take them out and shoot them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I said it a while back, right? And we stand against all that. But didn't I say that a while back, Chrissy? Like, what do you want him to do? He can't. They got rights too, right?
But I mean, they do. They do. They're legal citizens. They're alive, But with murdered babies, like, I can't stand for it. I won't stand for it. And nothing comes before my Bible. And abortion is murder. Amen.
Simple as that. Here's a 2-month-old infant found at the border. We posted this. Frank Lopez, we're trying to get him on the show. He's real busy at the border. This is horrible, y'all. This is what we got happening at the southern border. It's a travesty. It's wicked. It's horrible. But this is what's happening under Joe Biden. Sis, your thoughts? Let's go.
I don't even know what else to say about it. These people have absolutely just made a mockery of us in every way possible. They are fleeing from countries that they hate and then bringing their flag over here and putting it in our soil. Said that, that they're going to take over, that our jobs are now going to be their jobs, that our women are now going to be their women. And I just think it's really sad that I made a joke about it, but I was kind of serious, actually. Elon has all this chip stuff out. Put chips in these people. Let us know exactly who they are, what they're about. Vet these people. And, I think it's sad that they're so worried about getting us protected by the new pharmaceuticals coming out, but don't care. There are lots of contagious diseases still in these countries, tuberculosis, HIV, lots of things that, that they bring over, and they don't have any medical clearance. They don't have any, criminal clearance. We don't have any of that. We don't know who these people are. And it's just saddening. It's just saddening. And then what it cost us, it's 1 year alone. Oh my gosh, $13 billion. It's cost the state of Texas to house illegals and provide them with food, housing, medical, and all of that. It's ridiculous. $13 billion.
I heard a podcaster say this, right? A black podcaster. This guy's awesome. I sent it to my son. I want to do a reaction to this guy. I forgot his name, but he's a Trumper too. But he said that basically what I'm going to try to convey right now, y'all, we do not know. This is like a money laundering situation. Who's the money going to go to? They're going to give like 150,000 to these illegals. I forgot how he said it, what the stats are. But all the money they're giving to them, y'all, think about it. The regular man in America probably don't make 60 or 70,000, probably, hopefully that a year. They're sitting here and giving these illegals 100K plus for families. I forgot the exact number. They're playing us, ladies and gentlemen. Forget being moral, forget the law, forget everything, and just think about it like this. They are giving these people billions of dollars for illegal aliens, people that ain't even born here. This is like another cash grab. This is another government wasteful spending. If you look at the actual numbers of the money, you should really be appalled that the government would actually give illegals our tax-paying money, your money, while most Americans struggle with day-to-day necessities and whatnot, y'all. This thing is deep. These people are playing us, and they're using these illegals to do so. The money game, the money mindset, the whole thing's with everything with the money is deep. It's wicked, and we should be pissed off what they're doing with our taxpayer money.
Not just that, Nino. I pulled up stats on it the other day, and since the beginning, and I don't want to get this wrong, I really need to go back and research, the children that have been left at the border unaccompanied, that have been sent into, it's called a refugee, refugee, I can't remember, membership, something, I can't remember what it's called now. But where are these 30 some odd thousand kids that have been left at the border unaccompanied?
Where are they? No one knows. Someone made a comment on my post the other day, and they said we're the ones that are basically trafficking these kids, and I have to agree with them. The United States government has a big part to play in this. The Democrats, especially with them trying to pander and get new voters, they're telling them the border's open. Someone just commented that Border Patrol let somebody just walk in. Something is horrible. I said it the other day. This pot is bubbling. When is it going to boil over? Go ahead.
They said that out of Cleveland alone, that there are 1,000 missing children. Where are these kids?
I heard about that. I think Queen Sheba shared something like that in Ohio, right?
Yep. 1,072 children had gone missing in 2023 alone, just in the Cleveland Akron area. Where are these kids?
Let's continue. Brittany. Oh, I better be careful because that one right there has audio on it, and I don't want to get in trouble. But how can I do this? My bad, y'all. This clip, we did a video on this, I believe, right? It did pretty good numbers. But Brittany with the knives, and then it comes out later that she cut herself. But they're saying the knives are fake. I don't know how true that is, but this woman's something else. We did a video. If you want to check it out, it's on the YouTube, y'all. The poor dogs. Your thoughts, sis, and we're going to keep moving.
Poor dogs. Just like you said, poor dogs.
Okay. And the video's on the YouTube, y'all. Check it out. Ron DeSantis. He promises to lower gas prices to $2 a gallon if elected president. Chrissy, do you believe him?
He cannot promise that. It is set.
Right.
We don't control gas prices. He absolutely cannot do that. Just like he stared in the cameras with his arms around Biden, promised that nobody in Florida would suffer. Yesterday was 1 year anniversary of Hurricane N hitting.
How much money have you gotten from that?
Not one penny, nothing, nada, nothing. Just went through mediation with the insurance company. Actually talked to them Wednesday. I left out yesterday to come to Indiana Wednesday. And at least some things are getting ready to be done with that through the insurance company, but have received nothing from them. Still have people in tarps, still have people that lost everything that they love. And this man promised that no Floridian would be, he's just a fake and a fraud, and I can't stand him.
He's a politician. Christy hates DeSantis. He lives in Florida, y'all. He's a liar. He's on the Politicking is nothing new. Here's this other fraud. This was just like Obama. This one right here, y'all. This loser.
That's what I call DeSantis, white Obama.
Well, here's a Hindu Obama. Vivek says he will deport entire family unit of undocumented immigrants if elected president. Another fraud, y'all. This guy right here was caught copying Obama's speech. Basically, this guy's a liar. This guy right here is a fraud too. We don't like him. I like his idea, but again, he's politicking. Your thoughts, go ahead, sis.
It's just completely what people want to hear, and people believe this crap. Just like I told everybody how I was wowed and charmed by Obama, and I voted for him the first time. Listen to what he said, like that he really meant it, and he flip-flopped on everything. It's not true. This man's not going to do anything.
Check out this clip, y'all. This is reparations according to this person, y'all. Check it out.
Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance. They're going to get their money back. My people aren't getting anything. If somebody decides to loot a Gucci or a Macy's or a Nike, because that makes sure that that person eats. That makes sure that that person has clothes. That's reparations. That is reparations. Mm-hmm. Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance. They're going to get their money back. My people aren't getting anything.
How about you tell them to get a job? Huh, like, make money? This was crazy. Go ahead, sis.
She's somebody that I would love to have a one-on-one talk with. Absolutely just ludicrous. A Gucci bag does not make you eat. Getting a job and buying a Gucci bag is what you do. And just any excuse for vile and criminal behavior. I am so sick of these people that feel like that they can get away with this, that they're entitled to this, whatever. I am struggling more than I have ever struggled in my entire life.
And you ain't trying to go steal from Gucci, right?
And never one time have I thought about, oh, let me just walk into Gucci or into a Cage Jewelers and bust the cases and take every watch that they have in stock out of there to try to make sure that my son is fed. I will do whatever I have to, but I'm never going to do criminal activity to get it. And reparations, this lady never even knew a slave. So I don't want to hear anything else about reparations. Sick of hearing it.
Sis, and there's actually a video clip of these, they're blacks, and they stormed the Apple store, ladies and gentlemen, and they're throwing water on the phones and the iPads because they're mad that Apple had these, the store devices. You can't just take them. You could take them, but you're not gonna be able to just hook them up to your account because they have the lost iPhone or whatever. They're paired to the store. So there's videos of these people basically putting water on them and smashing them because they're pissed off because they went and stole these phones and iPads from Apple and they can't use them. So anyways, pretty stupid.
There's no hope for mom and pop stores anymore. You've got these these criminals out here doing whatever and thinking that they're really entitled to this. And shame on the police and shame on the politics that don't allow the police to do their job and lock these people up.
Amen. Elon Musk going to the border tomorrow. He did that, and we shared that. So, and then I had posted about Feinstein in a minute, y'all, and I reported this yesterday, and sure enough, Elon went. I posted about Feinstein, and somebody said, I don't see this nowhere on the internet. And someone sent a link on Facebook. It's like, guys, this is what you call breaking news. I would kind of toot my own horn here. I do my best to bring breaking news before anybody. And if you don't find it on the internet, but then you see me post it, trust me, I'm not sharing fake news. So I do toot my own horn because I was one of the first to report the Tupac and the Feinstein situation. But the point is, y'all, follow the page, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. We're trying to bring you breaking news as soon as possible. Somebody even said, I don't see this anywhere. Yeah, because it's breaking news. You're not going to get your news from Facebook or Instagram, y'all. You might follow on a page like mine, but all the breaking news is on Twitter. So Elon Musk said he was going to go to the border. Did he do it? Well, now I'm messing up. Hold on, y'all. Did he do it? Yes, he did. He did go. And Christy don't like him. That's her opinion. And pretty interesting. He went live on Twitter. I didn't know you can do that. He went with the cowboy hat. He looks weird. He's a weirdo looking dude, but he went. I give him props. Go ahead, sis.
Nah, he could have stayed on the other side of the border as far as I care. I don't like him, but yeah, but I do think that awareness needs to be brought, and maybe he brought that. He does have a lot of people that believe in him through, buying Twitter and all of that. So at least he's bringing some kind of awareness, but I can't even look at the man.
Hold on. And Renee says, I trust you. Thank you. I'm glad I earned your trust. Like I said, I had somebody say the other day, says, Nino, you hurt sometimes I hear you say things I don't like. You made me mad. They said, but then I go look into what you said, and I end up believing it or finding out that what I thought my perception was wrong. Whatever, y'all. That's the thing. The truth hurts. I remember Rob Butello used to say that. I used to say it too, but I'd rather be smacked hard in the face with the truth than kissed ever so softly and sweetly with the lie. So people unfollow, they get mad at me, but the point is, I'm going to tell the truth as best I can, and that's all there is to it. Case in point, I posted this, Diane Feinstein, whatever her name is, dies at 90. She died Thursday. Somebody was saying, I'm not sure this is y'all, that she voted in some kind of election yesterday or this morning. I forgot what they said, but a dead person voting? I digress. She died Thursday. I'm not going to lie, y'all. People were saying that they're glad she's in hell. I'm not going to sit here and say rest in peace. I'm not going to sit here and drop a fake alligator West Texas tear for this woman. She's wicked. She pushed everything that's against the Bible. She probably is going to hell. Okay, but I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, rest in peace." And I'm not going to be too brash on her, but at the same time, I'm not going to mourn the wicked. I believe this woman was a wicked woman. She's part of the problem in this country. She supported everything. Like I said, it is against my moral compass. And I'm not going to be a weenie and sit there and say, "Oh, rest in peace. Thanks for serving." I'm like, woman, you should have been gone a long time ago. Your thoughts, sis?
She was one of the biggest pro-abortionists.
Wow. Screw her then. How about that? Screw her. Diane Feinstein, screw you.
When I say the biggest pro-abortionist that the country's seen, there's only probably one person bigger than her, and that was the founder of Planned Parenthood. What's her name? Sanger or something
Margaret
like that?
Sanger. You know what? I'm glad she's freaking gone. I'm glad this lady's gone for real. How about that?
You know what? My thing is this. So I commented on, somebody had sent me this, and people were saying, I hope that this evil woman found repentance in her last few moments. I said, she didn't repent. She's a J. She's a Christ rejector. She's
a J?
Saint Lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, Feinstein. That's her name. Interesting.
Yeah, Feinstein, however you say it.
Wow.
Yeah, but she is when I tell you, like, a huge abortionist, was, you just should read the things on her. But I tell people, at least she's in a place opposite of where those aborted children are.
Praise
we
God.
know that they're in heaven with our Creator, and she's not there.
And I must be short of saying that, because I honestly don't know if there was any grace and mercy. I know there was some for her. I don't know if she rejected it to the end, if she was become a reprobate, that someone rejected by God. I don't know if she's a walking dead woman for years because she rejected Christ. I don't know. I don't know exactly where she's at right now, but I do know that America's in a better place with her not here. Someone with that kind of mindset, good riddance. Go ahead.
And what Cynthia just said is absolutely 100% correct. You just had it pinned on the screen about Kamala going to take her spot, and Newsom's going to go to VP. Watch.
Wow. Let's continue. Do I have anything else? I don't know if I posted anything else. Oh, Keefe D. So we're going to do a better video on this one, y'all. This one's going to do numbers. I already know. I should have did it earlier, but we wanted to go live. I know a lot about this case. The guy on the left is Keefe D. The guy on the right is Tupac Shakur. They arrested this man, I believe, this morning, him walking in Las Vegas. He lives in Las Vegas. This guy, Keefe D, is the uncle of Orlando Anderson, Baby Lane, part of the Southside Crips in California. He's one of the head shot callers, was a drug dealer, went in and out of prison. He did a coffer deal. Is it proffer deal? He basically admitted to being in the car that pulled up next to Tupac in Las Vegas, and he admitted to being there when he said Orlando Anderson, who's now dead, he got killed in a gun battle later on in California, but he claims that he saw Orlando shoot at Tupac, strike Suge Knight, graze him in the head, and killed Tupac in Las Vegas. They booked it back to Cali. They did this in retaliation to Tupac and Death Row jumping Baby Lane Anderson at the Mike Tyson fight. They went back looking for them, and they put her right next to him. That's how the timing of life works, right? You cannot escape fate. They pulled up next to the stoplight, next to the car with Death Row artist Tupac and Death Row CEO Suge Knight, and unloaded from, I think, a Lincoln, I believe the car they said they were in, and all of the guys already died. This guy, Keefe D, got busted for selling, I believe, meth. I forgot the drug, but he got busted. And in order to get him a reduced sentence, he went ahead and admitted to being in the car when his nephew killed Tupac, supposedly. This guy's been on video podcasts saying this for years. Everybody kept saying that he might get arrested for it. They finally arrested him with the connection to the murder of Tupac. Will they be able to do anything about it? It's been over, 27 years? I don't know, but this is breaking news, and we're going to do a better video on it later, y'all. But the uncle of alleged murderer Baby Lane Anderson is Keefe D, and he was arrested. Everybody else is dead. They either gangbanged or whatever to death, and he was the only guy left from this night, supposedly, and he just got arrested for the murder of Tupac. Your thoughts, sis?
He's a snitch. He is. He'll bring he is. He's a snitch. He'll bring down a big drug ring or something, and he won't get in any trouble for anything.
Well, he did say that Puff Daddy and Big, I think Biggie was very mad about the diss song they made about him and his wife, and that they said, supposedly, this is like the hearsay, that he actually pulled his own pistol out his waistband and said that he wanted Tupac dead with that gun. And then they did. And then they said that Puff Daddy, I think, paid $80,000. I forgot the number, to the Crips to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
But the reason why Puffy cannot get involved in this is because they gave the money. He gave the money to another crook. They were supposed to give the money to the Crips. The money never got to the Crips. The other guy took the money and ran. These guys killed Tupac. They never collected the money. They went back to the hood. Orlando Anderson was drunk, pulled an all-night bender with his homeboy at a car wash. They saw these other Crips. They owed him money from a drug deal. Pulled up on them. They had a gunfight. Orlando Anderson was struck, got killed in his neighborhood in California, dying, over drugs and gangs. But they said that Orlando Anderson, afterwards, he was known in the hood with the Southside Crips, all of Compton and wherever they were from. They knew it, but he would be bragging about that he had killed Tupac. The whole neighborhood, everybody knew that Orlando had basically did it. In the street talk, y'all. So they said that everybody knew. Even they had a big old war between the Pyrus and the Crips in California immediately after this happened, and they were just killing each other left and right, and it was a big old feud in California. And this guy was on all these interviews telling the whole story, and he thought because he made that deal a long time ago that deal would keep him free until now. But I don't know if they're gonna hold him on anything for that murder. Go ahead.
No, I agree, and I'm with Kim. I can't wait for you to do. You've talked about even whenever the whole team was together a long time ago. I knew about that.
I knew all about this case. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, and I just think that hearing you break it down all the way from the East Coast, West Coast, rivalry, all the way through to the murder of Tupac and then Biggie, I think it'll be a good video. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, like I said, we were going to do it right now, y'all, today, but, it's all good. I'm going to probably drop it tomorrow. Hold on. I'll drop it tomorrow where you can basically check it out and do your own research, but I can basically just lay it down like I did right now, just off of memory. But when me and Christy really get into the nitty gritty, we're going to have more facts, but that's basically what happened with this case. Now, there's other guys saying that they saw a short, fat arm come out the car and shoot Tupac. So there's another theory that Keefe D is the one that shot him, because he's like the old school veteran Crip gang member, and that either Orlando froze up or whatever. But they're saying that it was a big old fat arm that pulled out and shot Tupac. But I'm pretty sure Keefe D is not going to admit to that, right? But they're saying that maybe he is the one that killed him, and Orlando froze up because Orlando was a skinnier guy. That's just a theory, like I said. But point is, Keefe D arrested and indicted. Will he be charged? I mean, will he be found guilty? I don't know if they can do it this long, sis. Do they have any kind of proof? He can just sit there and say he was lying to make money. Who knows?
Well, it depends. I mean, because if he's considered an accessory to a murder, there is no statute of limitations on murder. But I know that Tupac's brother when I tell you the backlash he has given the Las Vegas detectives over this, they have said that, he said that this man's been talking about it on radio shows and on interviews forever, and why they just now are trying to do something about this, he doesn't understand, and shame on them. And the brother is going like crazy on Las Vegas detectives right now.
You know what one of the weirdest things is?
And this dude was a gang leader, right?
Who? Keefy D?
This Keith.
He says he was. Usually in the hood, you might not be the main leader, but you got status to where you're older and they listen to you. But yeah, he was like somewhat of a leader, drug dealer. Drug dealers in the hood, they get more respect, especially in the gang. But he was like kind of their leader, mentor. That's horrible, right? You take your nephew to go kill somebody. What kind of uncle was that? But I digress. The weird thing about this whole situation, ladies and gentlemen, if I pulled up a picture of baby Orlando Anderson, he looks just like Tupac. Have you ever noticed that, sis?
Yeah.
Ain't that odd? And then you know what else is crazy? Suge Knight went to basically violated parole because he was there attacking Baby Lane in the footage at the Mike Tyson fight. They paid, I think it was $10,000 because they all knew each other. The Pyrus, the Crips, they all grew up together. So Suge Knight knew Keefy D, but they paid Orlando Anderson, I think $10,000 to go on the stand and say, check this out, it's crazy, that Suge Knight was actually trying to help him get up and he didn't assault him, even though it was on camera. And Suge Knight did this to avoid.
Suge Knight.
Yeah, but he did this to avoid going to prison. They paid Baby Lane Anderson, I think it was $10,000, to go on stand and say that Suge Knight was actually trying to break the fight up. And he went
27 years ago is a lot of money.
Hell yeah. But these guys are willing and dealing crack and making a lot of money in California, y'all. And but that's just an interesting tidbit, that Orlando Anderson did that for some money. He went on the stand and basically helped. I think he might not even help them, but he tried to help basically Suge Knight get out of that parole violation for that footage of him attacking him. So anyways, y'all, that's gonna be a good video. We're gonna drop it here pretty soon, and I'll give my take on it. And again, this has been public knowledge for a long time as far as what Keefy D has said. Vlad TV, he's a J, but the one that had most of this information, I just saw a clip of him saying that he's not going to work with law enforcement. He said that the law enforcement have tried to get him before, and I think they're trying to get him now to turn over any footage. But he said that they better bring a lawyer. Whatever he posted is already, free to see on public, with YouTube. But he's not going to help anybody or the police with this case. So that's interesting because that's where a lot of this guy was saying he got the most spotlight was from Vlad TV interviews where he was speaking about this case. It's crazy.
Yep.
Okay, hold on real quick. And that's it. Let's see here. What's up, Brother Tito in the building says, I say they will change him to cover up the real story, the 3-letter agency. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Suge Knight is in jail right now for what and how he's lived this long. He gets protective custody. Check this out. They said that Suge Knight knew it. They said, Keefy D said that Suge Knight actually looked at him. They locked eyes when they put up next to each other and started shooting. They said that Suge Knight, they all knew, all the Pyrus, all the Bloods, they knew who did this. That's why they went to war when they went back to California. But Suge Knight is in prison right now due to him running over another Blood gang member. He went to a video shoot and he drug him in the car. That ain't the worst part. They started trying to, I think they were trying to bribe the lawyers. I forgot what Suge Knight did. He's just a corrupt man, but he's in prison now for running.
Everything.
Yeah, he ran over a fellow Blood gang member that was against him or something. They had beef. He ran him over. He somehow kind of got away, but then they were trying to bribe the lawyers. He just did a lot of wicked stuff, y'all, and he's in prison now. And I don't know if he's in protective custody. To be honest, with prison politics, y'all, especially with the blacks, they're more lax. They're not gonna kill him or mess with him for like Tupac or stuff like that. They're only going to do stuff if he's a snitch or if he's a sex offender. It's like the killer of Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle approached, I think his name's Eric Holder, I think. He approached him and said that he was a snitch. And by street codes, Eric Holder, same gang member, he shot and killed Nipsey Hussle for disrespecting him for calling him a snitch. So if Eric Holder goes to prison, the killer of Nipsey Hussle, from what I heard, he really don't get, well, I don't know how it works. I just know that that's not a violation in their eyes to do that because they have a code they live by, right? They can only be put in PC if the person rolls it up and goes to PC, asks for protective custody, or they got bad paperwork, they're a snitch, or they're a child molester. So that's how prison politics works with these people in California. Go ahead, sis. Sorry.
Yeah, Suge Knight got 22 years for running that guy over, and then 6 years for it being his third strike. He's eligible for parole in 2034.
Sad thing is, well, sad if you want to call it, he's basically broke.
Oh yeah, they sold everything he had.
Suge Knight had the chance of a lifetime to become probably a billionaire.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But he did what a lot of people that I know or I see do, especially with these podcasts. I'm gonna talk to Patriot One about that. We talked about it on his live earlier, but they're involved in these gang and street politics, y'all. They mix it with entertainment. Some podcasts from California, they can't mess with another podcast, or they can't, like, it's all gang related. Suge Knight couldn't step out of those red Converse, for lack of better words, and stay in the red business suit. He couldn't drop the color red, right? He couldn't separate the streets from the business. This guy had the opportunity of a lifetime. And like a lot of people I know, he just squandered it away trying to prove he was tough.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that Suge was also a former NFL player before he ended up forming Death Row Records. And it said that at the surge of his career, that he back then was worth over $200 million. He would have easily been a billionaire by now.
And they even said that he really wasn't a gangster like that. And to be honest, I tell my daughter all the time, y'all. And I seen a video clip of Tupac with Will Smith's wife. What's her name? Jada Pinkett. Back in the day.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, y'all. Let me clear this up before. I honestly believe. Well, let me finish. So Suge Knight wasn't really a gangster. They said he hung around them, and then when he got with Death Row, then he really played the part, right? But I killed my daughter about Tupac. I believe that Tupac wasn't a gangster either. They say that basically Tupac got killed from he died by gangbanging. Tupac should have never got involved with these gangs and getting involved with this blood and Crip war they had in California, and kicking Orlando Anderson basically sealed the deal on his death. But I believe that Tupac was never a gangster either. He just started acting like them. And the video I saw of Jada Pinkett Smith and Tupac, I honestly believe that Tupac may have been a little fruity. The way he's acting in this video, dancing with her, he was raised basically by a white woman in New York at some kind of art school. Tupac was never really a gangster. I believe that he might have even been a little, you know what?
They said he was.
And I also joke with my daughter because she loves Tupac, but I tell her, man, he was never a gangster. Tupac wasn't a gang. In my opinion, he was never a gangster. But he died gangbanging because he wanted to try to be one. Like, how can you get so rich and you want to be a thug? That makes no sense to me. Final words, just go ahead.
No, I just wanted to kind of go back on what Tito says. Did Death Row still own Tupac's music? It said that the mom had sued Death Row Records and Entertainment One to get full custody of his whole estate. His father was such a deadbeat that over the course of Tupac's life had only provided $820 in support for him. That in California, the law is if you have had no monetary value to your child's life or never provided any physical support or anything like that, you don't have right to their estate. So the mom got the full estate and then sued Death Row Records Entertainment One to become owners of any unreleased songs. The released songs did still belong to Death Row.
I believe she died broke. She died already too. The music game, y'all, is cutthroat. We've been an hour and 20 minutes, y'all, so we're going to end it here. I'll just end it with this, y'all. Video will be coming soon. I'm kind of well-versed in that topic, obviously, as you could tell. But I've come to find out, y'all, the entertainment world, even when people say they're like celebrities or athletes, it's one thing to make money. It's a whole nother thing to keep it and to remain wealthy. So with that, we can go into a whole plethora of topics, but main thing is work hard, protect your investments, and that's all. And try to live as clean and decent as you can. I had a dream the other day, sis, that I went to prison for 5 years. It was a horrible dream. Yeah. And I woke up in the next day and I said, man, I don't even want to run a red light or a yellow light to work, So what I liked about my life when I quit selling drugs when I was young is that I could sleep at night. People always say that, oh, you can sleep at night whenever, they use that, but it's really true. Whenever you make money legitly and you can sleep at night very well with your family, that's a great feeling. And I'm glad that I finally realized that when I was younger and I stopped, living like that. And I went to jail one time, and I hated the way it felt to be in jail. Claustrophobic, stinks, men everywhere. I don't know. I just felt the feeling that you can't leave. It does something to you. I had enough get right. I was in jail a couple nights one time, and I said I will never go back to jail. So I said to say this, y'all. It's better to live a life that's quiet, a little bit boring. Being an adult is kind of boring, let's be honest. And at least we can sleep at night. Final words, Christy, go ahead.
I do not have any criminal record. I did sit in jail for 24 hours one time, but no charges ever were brought against me. It was a fake. It was just a big mess. But yeah, we don't stand with criminals and all that, and we live by the word of the law and by the word of the Bible.
Amen. And with that, y'all, thanks for watching, y'all. We got to get out of here. We got a lot of content on the way. God bless you. Christ is Lord. You're an American. You're a patriot. You got grit. Christy.
Act like it.
Thanks for watching, y'all. We're out of here.